From Hollywood to Soho, we be wearing polo. Knockoffs is a no-no, that's just how it go though. You got it for the low-low, it's probably US Polo, a Beverly Hills Polo. All of that is so-so, interlocks and chevrons, Cruise Navy and Lemon, Ralph Lauren, Wearon. I'm buying what you sellin', Maui Pink and Melon. Tell them about that Rusty.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Man, I'm not sure. I think this is episode 139. I think. By the time it posts, obviously, I'll know. But yeah, just off the top of my head, I think this is episode 139. But this is going to be a great episode. It's going to definitely go down as one of my favorite episodes because I've had a complete change of heart on a stance that I took several years ago. I was a huge proponent of bring back rugby. I'd hashtag it. I'd hashtag it even if I didn't have any rugby on. I'd hashtag bring back rugby. Well, when I did work for the brand and I had made a trek to New York, just a couple 4-day mini vacation, on this particular trip, I had went to the Ralph Lauren Library, which is right next to the Flatiron Building. And that was a beautiful tour. Of course, hit all of the major stores. So at the time, the Gertrude Rhinelander Waldo House, aka the Ralph Lauren Mansion. The Polo flagship store, I'm pretty sure was still open, and I hit that. Double RL on West Broadway, Polo Ralph Lauren in Soho on Prince Street. And also there was a town hall meeting at FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology. There was a town hall meeting and it was for Ralph Lauren employees only. So was able to get one of the higher up managers at the store that I worked to get us in. All right. So went to that, and there was a question and answer session. At this time, it was somewhat introducing Patrice Lovett as the new CEO. Great guy. And he's awesome. 100 times improvement from that other guy from Gap or H&M, wherever the hell he was that we had for 2 years before him. But anyway, I digest. It was somewhat an introduction of him. David was there. Obviously, Mr. Ralph was there. He did speak. But during the question and answer session, I didn't get up, but somebody else did. Well, there was quite a few people that got up, but somebody asked the question that if I would have got up and got in line for the question portion, probably would have been the same question. And he asked about Rugby Ralph Lauren. And Ralph's answer was at the time a great answer. Like, it was a great answer and it made perfect sense to me. And I'm paraphrasing. This is not verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing. He basically responded with, yes, Rugby Ralph Lauren was a great line. It was quintessential, but it didn't do the numbers that we were expecting. And, a lot of times people don't miss things until they're gone. Made sense to me. It made sense to me. If the brand wasn't making the type of money that they were projecting it to make, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Hindsight isn't on Ralph Lauren or David Lauren in that aspect. Hindsight is on us as consumers, as fans, as collectors. We did not patron the Rugby Ralph Lauren stores or the website effectively enough to warrant keeping it around. So on one of these episodes, I did state that I talked about that, and I stated that, you know, rugby, as far as the look, the aesthetic, has been brought back since about 2014, 15, 16, something like that, and has been progressively being implemented throughout Blue Label, some Purple Label even, but it's been there. Remnants of it has been there, and there have definitely been fall campaigns over the last 4 or 5 years that were heavy in the rugby aesthetic. So I had suggested to you guys, hey, let's be glad with that, and let's move in that direction. I changed my mind. I've changed my mind. I want them to bring back rugby. I want them to bring back rugby. I want the rugby site back. I want the rugby print ads and commercials brought back. I want the rugby line back. I do. And because they have trimmed the fat, so to speak, with Black Label is no longer, Denim and Supply is no longer, even some of the collaborative efforts like Chaps by Ralph Lauren, that's not a thing anymore either. So I mean, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot, guys. Come on, corporate, we ready for it. When I look at what the prices that some of these vendors on the sites are asking for rugby pieces, dude, there's a market for it. There's definitely a market for it. I'll just give you one small example. There was a leather baker's cap that was up for auction on eBay, and I was on it. I'm watching it. I'm like, ooh, this thing is crispy. It's like a cognac leather, buttoned, stitched. It was beautiful, and it was leather. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There was one bid on it when I decided to watch it. And normally when I only see one bid and it stays one bid, I usually attest that to, okay, that's the vendor bidding on the item, so that if anybody really wants it, they're going to go ahead and eventually bid on it this go round, so the auction doesn't end with no bids and he has to repeat, etc. I know how the game works. Well, that wasn't the case. The next time I looked at the hat, it was maybe 4 days left, and there was 12 bids on this hat, and it was up to $70 something, which was still within the budget that I was willing to pay for a pre-owned cap. Because when we talking pre-owned caps, like, I'm just not going to go but to a certain level, because somebody had that hat on their head. And, I'm not a germaphobe or anything like that. And when it comes to pre-owned caps, I do have a method of, trying to just make sure, protect myself, I should say. But there were 12 bids, but it was still in my range. And then I went and looked. The 12 bids were by 2 bidders. I wish they didn't hide the bidders' names, because I really wanted to reach out to both of them and be like, what the are y'all doing, man? This is not, are y'all new to this? eBay been around for a long time. Are y'all new to this or something? This is stupid. So the 2 bidders were either one was either the vendor, and the other was somebody that was just so happy and gung-ho about this item, or there were two people that were happy and gung-ho about this item and neither one was the vendor. Either way, when I went to look at it with about 4 hours left on the auction, it was up to 152, I think. I was like, nah. It's up to 152. Still the same two bidders. It's up to 152. I was like, you know what? Y'all got it. Wasn't a grail piece for me. It was just something that I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope to add this to the collection. He'll come back around. But yeah, I was like, nah. But the whole point of that story was, when it comes to Rugby Ralph Lauren pieces, whether they are highly sought after, rare grail pieces, or just wonderful pieces to add to the collection, yesterday's price is not today's price. Prices are up there. They go. And, you know, sometimes you'll catch some, like I got a piece that's in this particular episode today that I only paid. Matter of fact, I got two pieces that I only paid $40 for. And they were asking, I think one was asking 60, one was asking 70. I offered 40. They both jumped. And these are pieces that when they were brand new, I can guarantee you they wasn't no $40 or no $60. So on occasion, you'll catch a rugby piece that somebody is just they not in the know, or they don't care, or, you know, there are people out there that just want stuff to have a good home. Either way you look at it, there's a market for rugby. And granted, you know, there's a plethora of Polo Blue Label pieces that come out every pre-fall and fall that have rugby written all over it. I want the brand back. So this episode is Bring Back Rugby. All right, the 2023 version. All right. Every ensemble is rugby pieces. All right. The only pieces that may not be rugby is the footwear. All right. Everything else is 100% Rugby Ralph Lauren pieces. All right. 3 ensembles plus the one I'm wearing makes 4. My second favorite pair of tweed slippers, because my first pair I don't own, which is the Invisible Man tweed slippers. But this is my second favorite pair that I was able to cop from my man Reese Jackson up in NYC, my partner. But these joints here, man. These joints here, olive green, your rugby motif on the vamp, and a college green. Just a beautiful pair of Rugby Ralph Lauren tweed slippers, trimmed in wine. Socks, Rugby Ralph Lauren. Wine, navy stripes. Somewhat of a cricket inspired hosiery, okay? And they are ribbed. The denim, Rugby Ralph Lauren. They were a straight fit. They were closer to a classic fit, but I had them tailored to a nice Sullivan slim fit standard. Nice pair of dark wash denim. All right. This piece was a grail piece for me. The Fox Hunt cricket sweater. The Fox Hunt cricket sweater with 13 here for 2013. The 2 foxes, wine and college green chevron on the cricket sweater. Wine and college green striping at the ribbed waist. A puffer vest. A puffer vest in wine and navy stripe. Rugby crest, 3 swords. Speaks for itself. Giant number on the back. I don't even remember the number. I think it's 8. And the Rugby Ralph Lauren herringbone driving cap to complete the look. The shirt is the OCBD by Polo Blue Label. So only Blue Label I have on is the shirt. All right, no neck wear with this ensemble. Just didn't want to put on a tie today or anything like that. But Yeah. Um, a rugby look, an outdoorsy look, not quite hunting, but just kind of a casual rugby Ralph Lauren type vibe, man. Fragrance of the ensemble, I went with Ralph's Club. All right. Now, the reason I went with Ralph's Club was because, to my knowledge, and you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but to my knowledge, there were no rugby fragrances ever released. All right. So I went with Ralph's Club because I just looked at what I had as far as a collection of Ralph Lauren fragrances. And, I smelled a few of them before I chose this one. That if Rugby Ralph Lauren would have ever came out with a fragrance, it would have been closest to what Ralph Club smells like. All right. I just felt like that, and that's just my opinion. You could completely disagree, but in my opinion, Ralph's Club smells most like what a Rugby Ralph Lauren fragrance would smell like. But wouldn't that be great, man, if they brought back Rugby by Ralph Lauren and created a couple of fragrances to go along with the apparel? Whew, man, that would be freaking awesome. If they bring back Rugby Ralph Lauren and and launch it, like website, all that, man, I'll go out and buy me a penny farthing. I'll go out and buy me a penny farthing, and I'll put together a tweed run. I sure will, because that would be the best way to celebrate Rugby Ralph Lauren coming back. And I'm pretty sure that you gentlemen would definitely help keep that thing going this go round, because we all dropped the ball. Not just you, definitely me. I walked into the Rugby Ralph Lauren store on Franklin Street several times when it was open. Now, at that point in time, yes, I was in the Ralph Lauren, but I really wasn't really wasn't knowledgeable of what my size actually was. So at that point in time, I thought I was a 2X or a 3X. I was probably more like an extra large in hindsight. But yeah, I never bought anything out of there. But I loved what I saw. It's a beautiful store right there on Franklin Street, College Town. Granted, UNC is the shittiest school ever, but it was still, it's still a college town. Still had the proper vibe. I'd love for something like that to happen, man. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get into it, man. Bring back rugby. All right. Y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. This first look, college kid, 100%. 100%. And no disrespect, because I attended a community college for a while, but this ain't community college kid. This is Ivy. This is Ivy League. This is Duke. This is Stanford. This is a prestigious HBCU. This is Morehouse. This is North Carolina A&T. This is that guy. This is that guy. This is the BMOC, the big man on campus, man. Now, what year? That's to be determined. I mean, could a college kid do this today? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it wouldn't become the standard. It wouldn't become the norm, because there are not enough 18 to 22-year-old males in college right now that appreciate style to that point. They're in the fashion. They're in the trends. All right. But 50s, 60s, 40s, even 70s, absolutely. Absolutely. And this guy would be a standout, but it would also be the norm, because there'd be other gentlemen on campus that had this aesthetic on a regular basis. All right. This is a dope ensemble. It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely got that college vibe. All right. With this one, we're gonna start at the top. First things first, we went to the cricket cap. All right. Cricket cap in the wine college green and white with the rugby athletics motif with the dragon on it, man, it's just one of them things. It's just one of them things. As you scroll down, we have a Rugby Ralph Lauren cotton button-down collared shirt here. We used a tie bar and have this Rugby Ralph Lauren heraldic tie in the wine. All right. Now, this sweater is a great piece. I had it in a medium, and it was just a little bit too small. So I was able to give that a great home. And then no sooner than I did that, I found large. So, you know, God is good all the time. Won't he do it? God did. You know how that go. It's navy. It's got that wine chevron, single bar wine chevron. And then it's got this crest here. All right. The crest has 3 skull and bones at the bottom in the college green part of the crest. And then it has the lion, the gold lion in the wine top part of the crest, man. So simple yet elegant. Ribbed at the waist. It's got more wine trimming on the waist as well. All right. Now, let's go to the pants. These are denim. All right. These are denim. And they have a tartan pattern on them. Rugby Ralph Lauren as well. All right. Now, the shoes are the Mertens Polo Blue label. They have wine, navy, and brown in them. So they just complement the entire ensemble. But then you have his sports coat. All right. His sports coat is a tweed, barley corn tweed, Rugby Ralph Lauren. Single vented, simple piece, but just perfect. Just the perfect aesthetic. It's just perfect for this college kid. And then you carrying your books. Well, what you gonna carry your books in? You're gonna carry your books in a canvas messenger bag that has college green, yellow, and blue striping with the exact same crest that's on your sweater. What else y'all want me to tell you, man? What y'all want me to tell you? This guy's official. He is the BMOC. All the girls love him. All the fellas respect him. He is that dude. He is that gentleman. And this is a great representation of why we need to bring rugby back. For me, this guy's perfect for a Sunday. Perfect for a Sunday brunch. Whether the Sunday brunch is at a restaurant, a nice eatery, or on the water. All right. So maybe you jumping on the Lady of the Lake. You and your lady are jumping on the Lady of the Lake, which is a giant yacht up here at Lake Norman that has brunch and dinner cruises. I think it's 2.5 hours. And you know, the food is pretty decent, but you know, it's the experience more than anything else. This guy's perfect for that, man. He's perfect for that. He has a little bit of whimsicalness to him, but he's definitely on his grown man Rugby Ralph Lauren shit. All right. Before we start on the ensemble, let me speak briefly on this beautiful fleece piece here. All right. This piece is simple. It's a simple piece. It's a shawl pullover. It has the same beautiful aesthetic as the iconic white R with crossing skulls men's sweater. All right. But this is fleece. Now, quick backstory. I saw this piece at least 3, and I think I'm being generous. It might be 4, it might be 5, but at least 3 years ago, I saw this piece on eBay. The guy wanted $95 for it, I think, which isn't bad. I ain't want to pay $95 though. If this was a wool sweater or something like that, okay, I'd consider it. But being that it's fleece, I just was like, I don't want to pay that. I don't. He doesn't have OBO on as an option for the piece. So I inboxed him. I think I said, would you take 60? I think I asked him, would he take 60? He replied no, and the lowest he would be willing to go would be $80. All right, man. I ain't even talking to you no more. But I ain't unwatch it. I kept watching it, kept watching it. It's still there. It still ain't went nowhere. He's still asking the same price for it. Well, I messed around and found this 2 weeks ago, and the guy wanted $60. I offered 40 because he had OBO on there. He accepted. I paid. He shipped it. I got it. And meanwhile, this dude's still sitting on the one he got that he wants $95 for. And I'm telling you, I'm saying 3 years. I really think it's closer to 4 or maybe even 5 years. Now, obviously what that does tell me about the vendor is that he's not pressed. He's not pressed. I get it. But how I look at that a little bit different. I look at that as, you know what? I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam. But if you've had something on eBay for 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, and it still hasn't sold, one, just admit your price is too high. But the other thing that a lot of people don't think about is that shit gets lost. We have things that we go through in life. If I had a piece on eBay for 5 years, number one, it's not going to be in here. All right. Anything that I'm trying to move, I don't keep it in here, because this is the closet. This is the room. This is the store. This is like my humble abode. I don't keep things in here that I'm not going to wear. So I have a space to keep those things, right? But shit happens. Things get lost. I've lost a pair of boots. Now, they weren't Ralph Lauren. They were Uggs. They were picked up at a estate sale. They were brand new. I picked up these Ugg boots for like $15. Well, they were on eBay for almost 2 years. Somebody offered to buy them, and I said, all right, I'll let them go. I couldn't find them boots anywhere. I don't know what happened. Like I said, things happen. You move, like you might relocate, whatever the case may be. So, I lost out on a couple of dollars on that one. It's fine. But I'm just saying, at this point, 5 years, I don't know if you even still got that. You might think you do. I don't know I don't know anything about this gentleman at all. So I don't know how you move, nothing. But you might not even have that at this point. Somebody might actually pay that ridiculous price of $95, and you go looking for it and can't find it. Anyway, I digest. I'm glad I was finally able to cop this piece. I love it. It's a great piece. It could be dressed up, dressed down, because it is fleece. So this look is mwah. This look is mwah. But you could also throw a pair of thirst trap gray sweats and rock it even more casual. But let's start at the bottom of this look. Broke out the Rugby Ralph Lauren velvet slippers, all right, with the bullion lettering on the vamp and the stripes around the heel, etc. In the blue, I think it's blue, light blue and white. So very collegiate style. Love these Rugby slippers, man. Great fit, great look. All right, as we scroll up, this is the Rugby Ralph Lauren version of the Skull and Bones. So the originals, as far as Ralph Lauren is concerned, not the Ralph Lauren version that came out a few years back. All right, Rugby Ralph Lauren, Bolton khaki with your either black or navy Skull and Bones all over GTH pants, man. Just a thing of beauty. You know how it goes. The piece that I've been talking about now for a few minutes, which is the fleece shawl pullover sweatshirt. All right. The RFC Rugby Football Club on the crest that's on the left side. Your shawl collar has navy and white stripes. Just gorgeous, man. Just gorgeous. Went with an OCBD, one of the rare OCBDs that I have by Rugby Ralph Lauren in the Columbia blue. And then the brown with pink Skull and Bones bow tie which gives it a whimsical look, dresses it up a little more, and then the cap at the top. We did the RC Rugby Club with the cricket bats crossed under and the striping and piping on this cricket cap. Like I said, man, just a really cool vibe, really dope vibe for a Sunday outing, all day outing, whether it's with the fellas or with the significant other. You know how we do. Either way, man, this is comfortable, this is cool, and this is another reason to bring back rugby. Now, for me, this last look is more of a Saturday vibe. You've been in a shirt and tie all week. Maybe you're going to enjoy some water sports. There's a boat race, jet ski racing, some of that effect, you know. So you're going to go to the lake. It's not summer. It's not necessarily even spring yet. So it's only going to be about 65 out there. Wind coming off the water. So it's not going, you know, it's not short sleeve weather yet, but it's sunny outside and you definitely trying to unwind, smoke a stick, drink some brandy, enjoy your company, whoever that may be. And you want to bring back rugby. So this is the perfect way to go, man. This is the perfect way to go. This is a bright vibe. And when I say bright, I'm not speaking bright orange pants or anything like that. I'm not talking about necessarily the colors, just the overall feel that someone gets when they see you in this particular ensemble, man. It makes them feel bright, makes them feel happy inside. It says, you know, spring is coming. The weather is changing. The sun is out and we feeling good, man. We having a good time. So that's perfect, in my opinion, for a Saturday. But let's start at the top with this look, man. First thing we did was we went with another cricket cap. All right. It's the third cricket cap already in this episode. But you see the theme, man. Blue and white stripe cricket cap. Beautiful griffin in the middle of this crest, man. Number 4 on the bill of your cricket cap, man. Just style. We just all the way rugby styling here, brother. As you scroll down, we did not do an OCBD or a woven shirt but you know, nothing like that. We went with a polo, short sleeve polo, Rugby Ralph Lauren polo. Big kicker motif is on the shirt itself, but the collar is why we went with this look, because again, you'll see, as you see, we got a theme going here. Navy blue and white striped collar popped out of the sweater to give it that slightly pretentious look. All right, you just scroll down some more. We got a boat neck here. We got a boat neck sweater, navy and white stripe with the RL logo, the RRL logo, excuse me, Rugby Ralph Lauren. One of the R's is backwards. That's great. Gold lettering so that scribble does stand out a little more for the viewing public, man. The RRL logo. We'll scroll down some more. We have a pair of corduroy pants by Rugby Ralph Lauren. Now, we went with these for a change up as far as the color palette. All right, because we could have went with white or navy on our legs, but I wanted to add some more color. Number 1, and number 2, these corduroys for me feel just a little bit lighter than any of my other corduroys as far as the weight. So it's actually perfect for a 65 degree day out on the lake where it's partly sunny, mostly sunny, but you got a little wind, right? It has the dove with the olive branch and the crown. GTH all over embroidery here. All right, so you know, peace offering from the king. Scroll down some more and you have a white with navy stripe pair of polo sneakers, white and navy stripe polo Ralph Lauren socks. But you see the theme, man. You see the theme. The navy and white stripe. It's a nautical look. It's a nautical feel, and it's perfect, like I said, for that Saturday outing, man. When you step out of the car and grab the cooler and grab your satchel that's got your stick in it and your laptop, because you might have to do a little bit of work or whatever while you out there just enjoying the festivities. But you definitely got everything you need in that cooler. This looks at, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He's trying to bring back rugby. And that's another episode in the books. We talking about bringing back rugby. We about to start that hashtag back up. So everybody get involved, get into it, and get on down. Bring back rugby. Mr. Ralph Lauren, we want rugby back. We want rugby back as a brand. We want rugby back as a lifestyle. We appreciate keeping the aesthetic going with the Blue Label inspirations, but we want our rugby back, and we assure you, we will make sure it's profitable. Okay, this go round, you have our word. We will take care of Rugby Ralph Lauren. So bring that thing back, man. Bring that thing back. So what y'all thought, man? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking about the episode? Which ensembles did you like the best? I have my favorite ensemble out of the four that we showed today, including the one I'm wearing. I have my favorite, but I want to know what y'all think, man. What's y'all favorite? And what's your thoughts on bringing back rugby? Do you feel like that? I would venture to say since 2017, 2018, it's been very apparent that the fall releases have rugby inspiration all over them. All right. But what y'all think? Y'all think is that the case in what you've seen, or do you have a different opinion? Let me know in the comment section. All right. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and tell a friend, because we here and we not going anywhere. So bring back rugby, and we got you. All right. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. So don't be a hater. All right. Y'all have a good one.